So I love this. Thomas is coming back, as I promised earlier, and I'm excited to see what kind of family history we are going to witness. We're going to go through a series of people's photos and find out a little bit of family history, and it's going to be really incredible. So now, please welcome back Thomas Allen Harris, who's going to be accompanied by UF PhD candidate in music composition, Tahaba Jarabello. Please come on out, Thomas. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
How's everyone today at the end of a wonderful and full day? Yeah. So, good. So we're going to occupy our bodies, and I'm going to have everyone stand up. Stand up, put your stuff down, stand up, and we are going to stretch up, and we're going to go, ah. Okay, stretch, move a little bit. That's right. Deep breath, deep breath. So, okay. Now you can sit down again. So this is part of Family Pictures, a Family Pictures project. I'm really happy to have Tara Jaba with us to play music. So we're going to do a Family Pictures exercise. We're going to have people share a family photograph with a person next to you. So it's going to be couples. So you're going to share, if the person is behind you, then that's fine. So we're going to give about 20 seconds to share to find a photograph that you'll share with someone next to you. This is a practice. It's any kind of photograph you want. Ten more seconds. Okay, so everyone should have found a photograph. Does everyone have a partner? Everyone should locate a partner next to them. So who doesn't have someone next to them? Okay, so there's one person up there. Do you have a partner? You don't do it? Okay, so if you don't have a partner, you could join one person, or you could join a couple. So speak to the person behind you. So we're going to take 2 minutes, everyone, 2 minutes and share. Everyone's going to share 2 minutes unless there are 3 people. Then you have a little bit less time. Everyone's going to share 2 minutes, a story. The other person's going to listen. This is a practice of love. We're going to witness someone sharing their story with compassion, and the other person is going to have the courage to share their story with someone next to them. So we're going to start now, and we have 2 minutes each. So I'll call the time. Start now, please. Okay, feel free to switch to the next person. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Okay, I'm going to ask everyone to wrap up. Okay, everyone. So now I'm going to ask for 4 volunteers, 4 couple volunteers. Raise your hands if you want to volunteer to tell a story. 4 volunteers. Okay, we have one over there. We have one over there. So why don't you come up with your couple? With your couple. 2 more volunteer couples. 1 back there. And 1 over here. Okay, so I'm going to ask everyone to come to the stage, all the volunteer couples to come to the stage. And you two, give your phones to, okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so, and we're going to have you come over here. Everybody else is going to line up back here. The other couples are going to line up back here and just turn your phones off of lock. So tell me your, come here, come on, yes. Both of you come here. And I need a microphone. Okay. So what we're going to have people do is, each of these couples is going to share the emotion that you felt hearing the person share their story about a photograph. So tell me your name.
I'm Fatima.
Fatima?
Anthony.
And Anthony. You have 20 seconds to share an emotion, very fast.
How I feel about
How
it?
you felt about his story.
He didn't have a story.
Okay. So, yes. Okay, so talk about hers.
She has this amazing story of her grandparents, from
They're Palestinian.
and coming to the States.
How about I say my story and he's tell it?
You have 10 seconds.
Okay, so these are my grandparents. They grew up in Jerusalem. This is the day of their engagement party. And I was telling him how basically they kind of lived like a poor life, and my grandfather used to be a janitor at a hospital. Well, the seamer at the hospital that used to make the medical garments left, and he kind of elected himself, said that he was a seamer, said that he knew how to sew when he didn't know how to do anything, and ran to my grandma that day, and she taught him like everything she knew, and then that's how my grandfather became a seamer.
Wonderful. Thank you. And then I'm going to thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have the next couple. Thank you. Yes. Both give your phones there. Okay, so we're gonna have each of you talk about the emotions you felt as a result of hearing one another's stories. And 20 seconds.
I think my emotion, there was a lot of feelings. If anybody knows me, I have all of them. One was wonder and curiosity. She told a story about her grandmother and her just being a mother and a breadwinner and all the things. And it made me think of my story of being a mom and wanting to be all the things, but also my curiosity about my mother and my grandmother's story and why I tell my story so my boys don't have to wonder about who I am.
Thank you. And tell me your name as well.
My name is Jennifer, and Kimberly shared this beautiful photo just from Christmas time down on the Florida Keys where she's with her 5-year-old son. Her husband is in the background with their 7-year-old son, and they're kind of bosom buddies. They're paired up the way they hang. And the thing that was really precious about the way she described it was that she's really proud of her children and her family. It came across to me that way. There's a lot of love, and yeah, it was really, thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you, Jennifer and Kimberly. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, then we have Our next, yes, please, thank you. Our next group, and tell me your name. You tell us your name.
Oh, I get the microphone finally. So, Chloe Lacasse. Continue.
Chloe and
Gordon.
okay.
Mushroom Man.
So how did you feel about Gordon's? How did you feel as a result of Gordon sharing his story?
Reminiscent. I remember. That's his grandfather and father. Oh my goodness gracious. So you're so young. And just the similarity in photos, and it's interesting when you see mine. It's just like our parents look so much like us, and we fight against that for so long. And to see that, and unfortunately he passed away when you were 14. And there is obviously there's a sorrow there, but there's an appreciation for both the man his dad was and the man he's become.
Beautiful. Thank you. And Gordon, Chloe's image.
Yeah. So this was a beautiful story. I sort of felt like a vicarious gratitude or something because Chloe and her mom Chloe got to know her mom better, unfortunately through tragedy of a stepdad passing away. But then she got to see her mom as a woman that she hadn't known like that before, and it was this beautiful, getting to know someone who's been a part of your life in a way that is new, and that was I felt gratitude for Chloe.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both. Last, why don't you give your cameras to? Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Hugs. Yes. Thank you. Okay, why don't you start? Tell us your name.
I'm Marie.
And
Wait, here.
Alma. Okay, so tell me about how you felt listening to the story.
Okay. So I felt a lot of. Oh yeah.
Sorry, we're just making this up as we go. So that's her daughter, and she's adorable. And she was excited to get in chicken coop at her uncle's house, and the chicken pecked her on the face.
Oh.
And her mom was just snapping, had no idea she had snapped this picture, but she's fine, and it was just adorable. So I felt kinship. I have a young daughter. I did have a young daughter. That I could definitely relate to that, and those moments when you're like terrified and then you realize it's okay and you've got the moment to look at. Now it's kind of funny, so everybody's fine.
Thank you.
Some brevity. So this is. So I felt a great deal of sort of suspense as Marie was telling her story about. Basically, to be short, her father she did not know her grandfather, and her father had changed his name to Mondel. Your grandfather. And so all this time you thought you were Jewish, but in fact she got on Ancestry.com and realized that her grandfather changed her name and that her whole entire family was Greek. And the photo. And this is her long-lost cousin who she's never met, who lives in Italy, and definitely you can see the resemblance.
Thank you. I love it. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I encourage people to use some of our community photo sharing methodology that we created over the last 10 years and spread the love in your communities and get to know people and witness them. Every time I give my dog attention, his tail wags. So I know that attention and witnessing is a form of love and expression. Thank you. Wonderful musician.